The MS Society of Canada was thrilled to choose Dr. Valerie Verge as a 2019 WAMS Honouree, not just for her leadership and drive in the field of MS, but for her mentorship for the next generation, and ultimately her care and dedication towards the person that lives with multiple sclerosis.
When you first meet Dr. Verge, it's no pun intended, but it's electric. She has so much energy and passion for what she does.
I think it was about 3 years ago when I met her in person here for the first time when I visited the University of Saskatchewan. Val and I got along right away. She has a passion for MS, and that was clear to me. And that interaction, several interactions, but the interaction as Val is one reason why I chose to come here.
I was still early in my career at the MS Society and saw her speak to a group of people that are affected by MS, and I was so impressed and I think in awe of the way she was able to relate benchside science to the impact it was going to have on the quality of life for people living with MS.
The experience of working with Dr. Verge is empowering. She really lifts you up. And I remember one situation where there was a lot of controversy about what was going on, and it was difficult to know how to move forward. And she just said, this is an opportunity to learn. And so she sees controversy as an opportunity, and that mentorship was really, really valuable to me.
You don't have to go too far before you meet someone that has mentored under Val.
If one can actually encourage and promote the interest of young people in research, one can attract and build on that group of scientists and clinicians.
Over the years, I've brought quite a few people up for the tour of the lab, and it's really fun when she goes into showing us her slides in the dark room, and she just gets so excited, and you can't help but be interested in MS research when you do that tour with Val.
Her career as a neuroscientist has been exemplary in terms of her representation of women, her representation of Western Canada, the representation of Canada in the US.
I think to describe Dr. Verge, one of the first words that comes to my mind is curiosity. She has a fantastic and contagious curiosity that makes you want to know more about the work that she's doing.
Words to describe Val: passionate, very passionate, wise, thinks in the big picture and in the long time frame.
So passionate, I would say generous and focused.
I think that enthusiastic and a love of science.
I think one of her biggest strengths is that she does empower people, and she builds team, and she sees the long vision.
It's her ability scientifically to get to the bottom line very quickly, and that's really valued in science, and I think that's one of her greatest strengths.
She's on the cutting edge of some really exciting things with myelin repair and regeneration, but it's also her leadership to the next generation that's coming up, and her continuous curiosity.
I would like to say to Valerie that I'm very proud that she is being recognized in this fashion. I think it's well deserved.
She really deserved it because she maintained MS research here with fluctuating funding and all the pressures that academicians have. She stayed focused.
She's had a long career in research and a very successful one, and I think she has kept Saskatoon on the map. She has visionary ideas that are novel and no end to enthusiasm for putting those forward.
And I think this is really important to recognize her for her long-term commitment and her passion to people with MS and research in MS.